Hey guys, welcome back to Contest Prep University. I'm Joe Klemczewski with Adam Atkinson, and we're going to keep talking about health condition BS. And we left off, Adam, I promised we would talk in this episode a little bit about what alternative medicine is like and why it's become a big part of our culture. A lot of it, Adam, is because we have a natural distrust. You know, we think, oh, it's big pharma, it's the medical industrial complex. They just want our money and they're going to give us poisonous medicine that just holds us down. And if they just keep us sick, they can keep making money on us. And so only these alternative health practitioners like me and love me and have my best interest at heart. So it's the same old fear tactic that drives human behavior always. And so we go to those places because they tell us what we want to hear. And many times it is true, because if they stayed in their lane and instead of trying to cure diseases that may or may not exist and they are definitely not qualified to do, and they just educate on being healthy, you know, oh, you need some extra sleep, you need better nutrition, you need this, you need extra sunlight and oxygen and getting outside and stress reduction and meditation, and that's how you can stay well. But if you have a disease process, go to a freaking doctor. And I mean a medical doctor, not somebody who went to a non-medical school. Now they call themselves some kind of physician that's not a medical physician. So that said, Adam, I wanted to get that off my chest. You can tell I'm a little emotional about this one because I see a lot of people get hurt. But let's talk about metabolic resistance. And there are some other terms people use, but let's say you're just not losing weight anymore. Your metabolism is being suppressed in some manner. You know, who knows why you're hitting a plateau, but you go to one of these coaches who has a certification on the wall in, quote, alternative health practices. And they say, oh, well, you have this metabolic resistance. You need this vitamin and this supplement and this and this and this. How many times do you see this come up in conversation?
Oh, tons of times. And usually when I look at that person's website, they've also bought a lab coat and a stethoscope on Amazon and probably a fancy legal pad as well.
I think I've got one of those somewhere. I might do. I should have worn that for this episode.
So with that being said, you know, they're just going to sell you a bunch of supplements usually. And if you go back to some of our prior episodes, we talk a lot about reverse dieting and diet breaks and metabolic suppression and what that is. And I think a lot of times people like to believe that they are broken and they are somewhat doomed to not lose weight. And it's not that I think people are grossly dishonest by any means, but I think a lot of times they're just not logging everything that's actually going in. Now, I think sometimes people can get to a spot where it's very difficult to lose weight. You just can't do any more cardio and you just really can't sacrifice intake anymore. But there's not really going to be what we call metabolic resistance. We've seen a horrible lifeline of history. What happens if people don't eat enough? And it's scary and it can kill people. And no one is completely metabolically resistant to losing weight. Not saying that if you push past that envelope, it's going to be healthy, but everyone can lose weight. And these practitioners have just really taken advantage and scared these people into thinking that you're broken and you can't, and you need this bag of supplements to, you know, be able to lose weight again.
You totally nailed it with that statement. And as I said, you know, these alternative practitioners tell us what we want to hear. And to that point of we want to assume something's wrong and now somebody found the answer and it's an easy fix. I just have to take this supplement. You know, to your point about this just being a natural part, and maybe you are pushing too hard and you reference diet breaks and things like that. But I have very crassly posted images of, you know, when people think that they are metabolically resistant, they can't lose weight anymore, you know, show a photo of what happens to anorexic who are 60 pounds, you know, hospitalized. Show photos of people in concentration camps who die at 40 and 50 pounds. And you can go to Wikipedia and Google that, and you will see mounds and mounds of human corpses that are skeletons, because no matter how, quote, resistant your metabolism is, meaning that maybe it's just a little bit normally metabolically adapted, that's not your issue. So it can come back to sleep and the things we talked about in the first episode. But Adam, perfect way to state that. And you guys, thanks for watching, listening. We've got another handful of, quote, conditions we're going to go through in this series. So hang tight, and hopefully you'll be armed with some better information on the backside of this series.